Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am with David again.
Guys,
Here we are going to share some of our insights, how to know the other person is interested in you. David, any ideas?
yeah, look, so I would say that you have to feel it, right? So because when you when you try to those dating tactics, like, oh, you have to behave like this and then you have to do that move and then you do this. I think that's like it's old school, the new power is all about authenticity and being real. You'll, especially women, I would say here, they have like that strong intuition. So it's all about trusting yourself. And when you get those signals, not because that's the thing, when you get a signal, usually it's coming from the heart because it goes to the heart first, and that's also the strongest nerve is from the heart to the brain. And when you have that intuition, then trust it, right? Because what happens oftentimes, it goes somewhere to the brain, and you know one thing to be true, but then the brain does all its calculations and projections and the fears and the bad experience from the past and all these things. And all of a sudden the brain says, oh no, it's not true. And then you take the wrong action. So I believe it's all about really like trusting yourself, and when you do that a couple times, it's like you build confidence, right? And confidence is built step by step. It's not like overnight, but it's like you do something, you're like, oh, that worked well. Like, I like that, right? And then you do it again. It's like better and more confident. And that's like step by step.
Some signal from guys. Just by our intuition, we are not that sure. So how can we confirm a bit more than maybe just friend? People they like you, they will try to touch you, touch your hand or shoulder, interested in your topic, or they will just provide more information than you just asked for. Maybe he will do this with another girl as well. So how can we confirm?
Yeah, so I guess that's where the flirting comes in. So I mean, you're putting me on the spot here because usually I would say, and maybe the guys who are listening to this can back me up on this, but usually it's the guy who approaches the girl, and then the girl puts the guy in the front. Yeah, we can be friends, but nothing more. And the guys, a lot of us, I guess we don't realize it or we don't want it to be true, and then yeah, so that's like creates a little bit of friction. Is you make a woman feel good, it's light, it's fun. And with flirting, like, I mean, if as a man, and that's why I think it goes back to being real and just trying to like really try hard to be yourself, like, or don't try hard, just be yourself. And 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 then the flirting, like if you have an interest in a woman, then that could be, you can make some, I know, like, it's maybe not always like what people expect, but you can girl, because the girl knows or feels what the guy wants. And for you as a guy, it's better because you give your intention. And it happens that the girl won't like you, or doesn't want to have anything more to do with you, and that's fine. But then you just like, it from the beginning. You don't invest so much time and effort, and it's just, it and you accept it and you move on. And but if you say basically like the hidden intention, because you make it in a fun and light way, and the girls will pick up on it.
Signal for the guy as well. For example, if we can test them instead of just wait for their message.
So tell me how. Tell me some tactics. Like what? How could you give a guy signs? I mean, one of the good ones is if you look at him for a long time, or again and again. I think then that but then again, it's difficult for the guy because we're so, rejection is a big thing. Like if you, yeah, it's just, you go to a girl, you get rejected. Okay. And then that's why a lot of people, or I used to drink a lot of alcohol, and then it was easy. But that's not, now I know better. This is not how it's supposed to be, but this is what happens. Then you go out and you're like, you can barely stand. And that's when you start speaking to girls. But it should be that you can just be yourself in the morning at 10 o'clock and you meet a pretty girl, or, and you just go and speak and have a normal conversation. But if you give the eye contact, I think that's a good one. But then you need like the guy to have the courage to come. So maybe smile a little bit, right? So it makes it easier.
Yes. And also, other than eye contact, I think it's smile or laugh a lot. I think it's a good
Yeah.
sign. He will ask me for the certain kind of some questions as well. So I think that is a rapport will easy to build up. In that situation, if I would like to give more a bit signal to the guy, is
Mhm.
I'll ask more questions about his personal life. So I'll see if he will also ask certain kind of question about me.
Like you want to know more, right? Because you want to know a little bit about maybe his past, a little bit about what he thinks of the future. You know, if he classic example, if you're looking for a guy to date for a long time, right? And it's your dream to have 3 kids, and you meet a guy who will never want to have kids. I think that's one of the things, maybe not on the first date, but I mean, it's still, you could still ask like a fun question and like kind of figure out, where it's going. And that's like this curiosity, this not childish, but childlike curiosity to, and have it in a light conversation and touch a little bit here, a little bit here, and go deeper. And as you say, smile a lot, and then everything else comes naturally, I
It's
reckon.
good if everything is that natural. Some of the guys or girls will be a little bit shy or nervous if they find that it's really interested in a person. So I think be authentic is very important, and I think it's very good for us to know that as we would like to show the present for the real us, it's time for us to a bit slow down, and we can easily just let our true self out.
Yes, please. I mean, this is the biggest message that I can give, and everything that I do as a job. It's not a job because it's so cool, but you know what I mean. It's like be yourself. It's like all about if you think of an onion and you're the middle, you're the core. Then we have all these layers of social conditioning. There are layers upon layers, and they're not you. They were given to you by parents, by school, by your country, by religion, and they all form us into what we think we are. But this is not us. It's just a layer of conditioning. So when it's so powerful when we can come back to the core. And when people ask me what do you do, I usually tell them, like, how a lot of old people, their number one regret before they die is that they didn't live a life that was true to themselves, but a life that others expected of them. That's the good news. And we can change it right now. We can go to our core right now and live after this, all the years that we still have, all the great things that we can still do, all the great relationships that are still to come and we can attract in our lives, all the impact that we can have on the world. And when you're aligned with your dreams and aligned with your skills and what the physical appearance is not different, but you have a different energy, and that just like spreads.
The moments that are too present can connect, and really would like to share the moment. We are going to share what is deeply inside us. Share that moment. For example, you can choose your dreams or your ambition as well to see if two of you is also in the same page, passionate about, or what is your future life that you are really dream of. We are sharing something very deeply in ourselves. I think the connection will be much different than others.
Absolutely. And also think about when you just have the small talk. I really don't like small talk anymore because it's like, oh, what do you do? Oh, a lawyer. Ah, okay, I'm a lawyer too. Where? Ah, okay. Do you know John? Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. How long have you done it? Oh, 3 years. Cool, cool. It's always, it's just, okay, I don't have time for this. I don't want to keep doing this because once you discover what you just said, that we can go
The
deeper.
ultimate goal is to be yourself, to let the present that in front of you to see the real you. And that is the most treasurable moments in your life. Enjoy your dating. Thank you so much, David, to hear again.
Thanks for having me, Nat. Always a
Yeah,
pleasure.
thank you. Goodbye.
Ciao.
So if you would love to be part of us, please come to join us. The link is just below in my description. Please come and spread love. Thank you.